12-year-old Maya Thompson walked through the hallways of Ridgeview Middle School with her books pressed tightly to her chest, trying her best to ignore the laughter echoing behind her. It was the same group every day. Derek, Austin, Kyle, and Brent, the boys' gang who thought the school belonged to them. Maya tried not to react, but the whispers always found her. "Look who's here." Derek grinned one morning as he blocked her locker. "Little Maya Mouse," Austin snickered. "She probably cries every night. Tiny girl like that doesn't do anything." Maya forced a smile, hoping they would step aside. Inside, her chest squeezed, not with fear, but with frustration. They never knew her. They never knew what she had survived, what she had trained for, or how many nights she spent pushing herself beyond her limits. Since her father passed away, Maya trained at Iron Phoenix Dojo, the karate school he used to take her to. Her instructor, Sensei Jordan, always reminded her, "Your strength isn't just in your hands, Maya, it's here," he said, tapping her heart. "And here." He tapped her head. But middle school wasn't a dojo. It was a battlefield where she wasn't allowed to fight back, not unless she wanted trouble. So she bottled everything inside. That day, the boys shoved her books out of her hands, pages scattering across the hallway. Maya sighed and knelt to pick them up. Students watched but pretended they didn't see. No one ever tried to help. As she picked up the last notebook, Brent kicked it, sending it sliding down the hall. "Oops, sorry, Maya Mouse," he smirked. Her jaw clenched. Sensei Jordan's voice echoed in her mind. "There will come a day when life tests you. Stay calm, but stay ready." Maya wasn't angry for herself anymore. She was angry for every kid who stayed silent, for every student too scared to stand up. That night, she trained harder than she ever had. She repeated every kick, every block, every form until sweat soaked through her shirt. She wasn't preparing for revenge. She was preparing for a moment she knew would come, a moment where she wouldn't stay silent anymore. And that moment arrived the very next morning. The next morning started like any other. Students rushing through the entrance, teachers holding coffee cups, and the boys' gang already scanning the hallways for entertainment. Maya walked in quietly, hoping she could reach her locker before they noticed her. But hope was something Ridgeview rarely offered. "There she is," Derek muttered, nudging Kyle. "Let's see if our little mouse learned to squeak louder." Maya kept walking, trying not to give them attention. She had promised herself she'd avoid conflict unless there was no choice. Sensei Jordan taught her that true martial artists didn't seek fights. They ended them. But the boys had other plans. When Maya reached her locker, she placed in her combination. Before she could turn the dial, Austin smacked his hand on the metal door, shutting it loudly. Students turned their heads. A few hovered at a distance, sensing something was about to happen. "Where do you think you're going?" Austin mocked. Maya inhaled slowly. "Please move. I'm not bothering you." Kyle stepped closer. "But you are bothering us. You walk like you're better than everyone." "We can fix that." She blinked, confused. "By doing what?" Kyle smirked. "By reminding you of your place." He shoved her shoulder, not hard enough to injure, just enough to humiliate his buddies laughed. Maya didn't react. Her father's words whispered in her memory, "Control is your greatest weapon." The boys didn't like that she didn't flinch. They never liked strength. Derek stepped behind her and grabbed her backpack, yanking it so hard she lost balance and stumbled forward. Laughter erupted from the spectators. Maya stood still for a moment, feeling her pulse rise. Not from fear, never from fear, but from something deeper, something steady, something powerful. She turned around and met Derek's eyes. "Give it back," she said, her tone steady but calm. He raised an eyebrow. "Or what?" Before she could think of a response, Brent pulled out his phone. "Film this. Maya Mouse is about to cry." And that was the moment everything inside her snapped. Not in anger, but in clarity. A crowd was forming. Teachers had not arrived yet. The boys were ready for cruelty, but Maya was ready for something else. Ready to stop being their victim. Ready to stop running. Ready to show them who she really was. And the hallway was about to witness something unforgettable. Austin laughed. "Or maybe beg. We like begging." Maya didn't move. Her eyes stayed steady, locked on Derek's. Every breath she took felt measured, controlled. Sensei Jordan always said calmness was the highest form of strength. "What's wrong?" Kyle taunted. "Too scared to fight?" Her voice came out soft but powerful. "I'm not scared of any of you." The boys paused. Students leaned in. Even Brent lowered his phone for a moment. Derek scoffed. "You fight us? You're barely 5 feet tall." Maya stepped forward. "Give me my backpack and walk away." Her words weren't a threat. They were a warning. A quiet, confident one. But bullies never recognized warnings. Derek shoved the backpack at her chest aggressively. "Make me." Time didn't slow. Maya just moved faster. In one precise motion, she stepped sideways, grabbed Derek's wrist, and twisted. Not enough to hurt him, just enough to shock him. He gasped, dropping the backpack. Students gasped too. "What the?" Austin blurted out. Maya picked up her backpack calmly and stepped back. "I don't want to fight." Kyle lunged toward her anyway. Too late. He swung sloppily. Maya sidestepped, sweeping his leg in one smooth motion. Kyle fell instantly, his backpack flipping off his shoulders. The hallway erupted into shouts. Austin charged next, but Maya blocked his arm and pushed him back with a controlled front kick that sent him stumbling, not injuring him, just stopping him. Brent froze, phone shaking. "Dude, she's like a ninja." Derek, ego burning, stormed forward with a wild punch. But Maya ducked under it and stopped with a sharp palm strike aimed at his shoulder. Not harmful, but enough to force him back. Every move was clean, disciplined, and controlled. She wasn't hurting them. She was stopping them. Students watched with awe. Some even cheered. Maya stepped back, breathing calmly. "Are we done?" Derek rubbed his wrist, face red, pride shattered. "This isn't over." Maya didn't smile, didn't gloat, didn't celebrate. She just stood tall, strong, steady, unshakable. And for the first time, the boys' gang realized they weren't facing Maya Mouse. They were facing a warrior. After the confrontation, the hallway buzzed like a shaken beehive. Students whispered Maya's name with awe, replaying every move she made. Videos spread faster than wildfire. Even kids who had never glanced her direction before now looked at her with respect or fear. But Maya didn't feel proud. She felt unsure. Yes, she defended herself. Yes, she stopped the boys without hurting them. But she knew conflict came with consequences, especially in school. And consequences arrived quickly. Halfway through third period, the intercom crackled. "Maya Thompson, report to the principal's office." Whispers filled the classroom. Maya gathered her books quietly and walked out, heart steady but heavy. Inside the office sat Principal Harris, her mother Danielle Thompson, and the 4 boys, Derek glaring, Kyle rubbing his elbow, Brent clutching his phone, and Austin refusing to look up. Principal Harris folded his hands. "Maya, The boys told me you attacked them this morning. Her mother gasped. Maya, sweetheart, is that true? Maya swallowed. No, Mom. They cornered me. They pushed me yesterday and again today. I only defended myself. Derek scoffed. She's lying. She freaked out and karate kicked us. Maya's mother turned to the boys. Did she hit any of you? They were silent. Principal Harris raised an eyebrow. Did she injure any of you? Still silence. Maya spoke softly. I didn't hurt anyone. I only blocked and stepped away. Kyle muttered. She swept my leg. Principal Harris leaned forward. Kyle, you have no injuries. You were not harmed. Brent tried to interrupt, but Maya suddenly found her confidence. Sir, she said, voice steady. I'm tired of being bullied. I don't want trouble. I just want to feel safe at school. Her mother squeezed her hand proudly. Principal Harris sighed. After reviewing several videos, yes, Brent, students sent them. I saw what really happened. Maya only defended herself. The boys instigated everything. The boys froze. You four will receive 3 days of suspension, Principal Harris continued, and mandatory counseling. Derek stood abruptly. This is ridiculous. Principal Harris raised a hand. Sit down. The room fell silent. Maya exhaled deeply. Her mother whispered, I'm proud of you. But the biggest surprise came when Austin looked at her with genuine guilt. Maya? I'm sorry. The others didn't speak, but their silence was its own apology. For the first time, Maya felt something she hadn't felt in years. Relief. The next week at Ridgeview Middle School felt different. Maya walked through the halls with her head held high. Students smiled at her. Some even complimented her. You were amazing, Maya, a girl from 7th grade said. Can you teach me some moves? Another asked. Maya was polite but humble. Maybe, but only for self-defense. Sensei Jordan always taught her that karate wasn't about showing off. It was about protecting. And now, more kids understood that when the boys returned from suspension, the entire school watched to see what would happen. Derek and Kyle walked quietly, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Brent kept his phone put away, and Austin approached Maya hesitantly. Hey, he said, rubbing the back of his neck. I just wanted to say again. I'm sorry for everything, Maya nodded. Thank you. Kyle also stepped forward awkwardly. We shouldn't have messed with you. Derek wasn't ready to apologize, but his silence was stronger than 1,000 words. He kept his distance from that day on. After school, Maya went to Iron Phoenix Dojo and told Sensei Jordan everything. He listened quietly, arms crossed, nodding at each detail. When she finished, he smiled. You honored your training, Maya. You defended yourself without hurting anyone. That is true strength. Maya felt warmth bloom in her chest. I just didn't want to be scared anymore. You weren't, Sensei said. You were brave. A few weeks later, Ridgeview organized a self-defense awareness day, inviting students to learn basic techniques. To Maya's shock, Principal Harris asked her to do a demonstration with Sensei Jordan. You've inspired a lot of students, he told her. We want them to learn from your discipline. The gym filled with kids, boys, girls, even teachers. Maya demonstrated simple movements, blocks, and ways to stay safe. Her confidence radiated across the room. The boys' gang watched quietly from the bleachers, not mocking, not laughing, just watching with respect. As the demonstration ended, the crowd clapped. Maya bowed deeply, feeling something she longed for. Pride. She hadn't fought to impress anyone. She hadn't fought for revenge. She fought to protect herself. And in doing so, she inspired others. Maya walked out of the gym smiling, her father's memory glowing in her heart. The little girl they called Maya Mouse was gone forever. In her place stood someone stronger, a warrior with a heart full of courage. Thank you so much for watching this story till the end. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something from it. If you'd like to hear more stories like this, full of life lessons, drama, and emotions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Your support means the world, and it helps me keep bringing you more inspiring and unforgettable stories. Stay tuned because more amazing stories are on the way.